let's see here. So, start streaming. Okay. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Sounds like we've got it. Okay. All right. So that's the live view. That's behind just a little bit. That's fine. Let me do this. Okay, that's the live one. Or the up-to-date one, I should say. Okay. Test 1 2 3. 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 All right, that looks okay from there. How's it sound, Si? VGV. It's a little behind, so we gotta wait for it to get to him.
Hi, Si.
Hey, Thermos. Your Ghostbuster friends know that you're cheating on them.
Listen, we're not really that worried about it. It's fine.
No one watches this show anyway. You know that.
Yeah, shut up. I've missed being mean to Cyrus.
The audio is delayed. Like how long is the audio delayed? Do what? I make a smaller version of the Matrix and they contacted me wanting to make a bunch of them, so I made a larger version.
Really cool.
About a second.
Rude. Don't you say that about me. How dare you? This is my chubby Padme cosplay, and I look ridiculous.
Talking into the mic, looking directly at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't look delayed. It doesn't look delayed here on our end. And that's watching the live YouTube part. But who knows with YouTube? As long as we're getting audio and video and it's actually going out, that's all I care about. Unlike last year, where we do an entire episode and then, it was not recorded. Okay. I feel weird with nothing on my head. Yeah. What? Past you did present you yeah. Really? Cyrus. Gross. He didn't say anything about me. All the way when we were in college here. I don't know. Do I need help? Okay. There we go. How many people do we have watching here? Of course, it's also going to be recorded, so... Ooh, peak concurrent, 4 people. Cool. If that's the question. So if you're watching, we are recording live from EGX, the first year of EGX, Epically Geeky Expo, formerly known as Geekfest.
We got our own expo now.
Heck yeah.
We big time.
Yeah, and like I pointed out, like most cons are named for the location. So, and then there are a few that are named after other specific things, but there are very few that are actually named after the website that sponsors them, with, of course, the exception of Wizard World, the big one, and Penny Arcade. Penny Arcade, of course, has PAX, Penny Arcade Expo.
I forgot about PAX.
And thank you, Cyrus. Anyway, yeah, so Epically Geeky Expo, like I said, formerly known as Geek. So hopefully more years to come.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if it was based on my enthusiasm alone.
Here comes a Tyrannosaur in a hula skirt.
It's pretty.
Oh, it rose up for a second.
I look great.
I looked down, all of a sudden it was like, Let's see what OBS is doing. Okay, OBS is still broadcasting. Still says 22 frames per second, 7,000 kilobits. Oh, well, this is going to suck. But at least I got it recorded into the way. So. If the stream doesn't clear up here because it looks like it's severely laggy, I'll just take the recorded version and post it online. So, of course, it was just fine for the last 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes that we've been going, and now it wants to act a fool.
Yeah, because we weren't like actually doing anything then.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay. Okay. Yes, we wish you could be here too.
Yeah.
But Geeks Weekend is more important. So.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
Because Geeks Weekend involves drinking, not secret drinking, but real drinking. I mean, I'm not going to be doing any secret drinking. Never, ever.
Do I need to check your water bottle?
No.
Okay. I don't think the questions are too hard this year. I didn't go like maniacal as I did last year.
I liked the questions last year.
Okay. I think they're pretty
They
good.
were fun. You had to actually think, which was nice because you get into this little bit of baby panic as it's becoming your turn, and you're like, oh God, what's my answer? It's fun.
He says audio is in sync now, so that's good. Maybe it was trying to think and figure out what was going on. Well, as soon as Jennifer gets here, she's taking care of a few last minutes.
But I didn't.
Why is there sunscreen in your hair?
Because we had field day at school today.
Ah. Oh, sorry. Can you hear Lainey and I both fairly well? I know it'll take a second for it to come back, but anyway. So, yeah, so field day.
Oh, yeah, it was intense. It was super fun. I had a snow cone, which is my favorite part of field day every year.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so
Heck yeah.
It was pretty fun. No, but I am obviously very fair complected. And,
You think?
And I don't believe in skin cancer, so I always put on sunscreen.
You know it's a thing, right?
What?
Skin cancer.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you say you don't believe in it.
I don't believe in getting it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So therefore, I take my SPF very seriously.
Gotcha.
So I had my hair in pigtails to get it out of my face, and I would just throughout the day periodically just spray like my arms and the back of my neck and my face.
Spray suntan lotion's like the best invention
It is the
ever.
greatest invention. And so I was spraying, and then by the time I got home today to change, I took my hair down and started brushing. I was like, oh my God, it feels disgusting. I'm kind of glad no one is here to stand up close right now. It's a lot.
I thought for sure at that point you were going to be like, yeah, I'm glad no one's here.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Also, 100% just remembered that the camera was there and not here.
Yes.
So, what up, Sai? What'd you do today? Work?
I showed up here about 8 and helped set up stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You took the day off.
I took the day off.
Right. You took the day off to not really take the day off.
Yeah, basically. So I showed up here, helped set up stuff, and then about noon I went home, got some lunch, grabbed the stuff for our booth, and came up here and
started setting up.
Got everything set up. So.
Thanks.
So.
Just Dad doing dad stuff.
Lainey's mic is low. Yeah, that's the low mic we have. So you may have to just speak up a little bit more.
Oh no, I have to talk louder. That sucks.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
If you can't do that, I can do it.
I can.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You are the Stevens, but
that is true.
I can talk loud. Oh my God.
Well, in this case.
But yeah, it feels a little bit weird, honestly, to be here right now.
Yeah.
Because it's like summery, because we are about to get out for summer vacation, but at the same time, I don't know, I like the fact that it's at a different time of year.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's going to enjoy that a little bit more this year, but at the same time,
as long as we don't have a major thunderstorm, which we've got a good chance of that tomorrow morning. So.
Listen, girl, it'll be fine. I'm going to throw a plastic bag over my proton pack, call it even. / I have a handler now, so he can do it.
Good deal.
Yeah, I got me and Eugene a handler. Working.
Whether he wants to be or not.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah, but you told him this was part of the deal when...
I 100% did when we first started seeing each other. I was like, oh,
That's right.
FYI, you have to come to things with me. Okay, what kind of things? I'm not going to tell you, but you have to come to things
But he's a
with me.
geeky guy.
He is a geeky
It's
guy.
not like you're it's something that he wouldn't have any interest in.
No, he's actually really excited. He's like, I've never really been to a con in this sense before. He's stoked.
Uh-huh.
He's really excited about it, and him being so excited about it makes me even more excited about it.
Good deal.
So I was like, I like doing this with Eugene. It's fun to do this with Eugene. I said I enjoy doing this, but the fact that he's like, oh my God, what kind of cool stuff are we gonna? He's excited, and it's
good. I'm glad.
So
cons are a lot of fun.
they are fun. They're fun. I told him I was like, it's work. It's work, but it's not work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a tiring day because you're talking to people all day and everything, but it doesn't feel that much different than my normal job.
Well, so the next con we have is
Is it Classic Game Fest?
Classic Game Fest this summer, and then
I love Classic Game Fest.
I do too. Classic Game Fest is a lot of fun.
We have so much fun every single year.
Yeah, and so we've got that coming up. After that, I don't really know.
Ghostbustery things.
Honestly, I've got to kind of talk with the group, kind of figure that out. I don't know if we're going to do Austin Comic Con again. That
was
the load in and out and dealing with
Bologna.
them was a lot.
Dude, the loading in and out was insanity. And there's no parking at that convention. Who does that? Who does that? I get that Austin is weird, and I get that that's like its whole spiel. But like, I'm sorry, I'm from Houston. Our major complexes have parking.
Yeah, and it should. It's ridiculous. The Austin Convention Center, I've been there multiple times because I've gone there for other conventions, either as a guest or whatever. Actually, it was our first year that we were actually vendors at the big con, the big Wizard World.
We were very excited.
Yes. And then show up and literally like there's a loading dock and they're like, you've got 15 minutes to get all your stuff in your car and then go somewhere. And I'm like, well, where's the parking? They're like, well, there's a parking garage over there.
Psych, there is no parking.
And it's just like, what? So like you got these people in these big trucks pulling in, trying to dump all of their stuff off as quick as they can and then having to drive off. It is so unorganized.
And then you've got Magellan over here who couldn't find her way out of an open paper bag. Truly. And so Eugene's telling me, no, Lainey, it's fine. I found a great parking spot, blah, blah, blah. Here's where it is. Nope. Could not find my way. Got totally turned around. When we left, this was after 2 days of this con. When we left, I could not find my way back to my own parking spot and wandered around downtown Austin for an hour.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you already left and I felt really bad and felt really stupid and knew that your wife would make fun of me forever. I was on the phone with Joseph the whole time, so if anybody tried to take me, I would have been fine. He offered to come multiple times. I was like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Jeez, I did not know that.
I wandered through because I had parked in a hotel parking garage.
Just checking the chat. Go on. So parking garage.
I parked in a parking garage of like a nice hotel down there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Walked through the lobby and got asked by a very, very inebriated businessman if I was the entertainment. And I just looked down and I was like, I got a call. Leave me alone. I just kept walking. Couldn't even do the whole line.
I could understand like if you were like in a
School.
like a skirt
Even this,
and a
I
crop top or something, the sexy
The sexy
Ghostbuster, but you're in a full jumpsuit.
Girl, I have a jumpsuit. There is a full-size pack strapped on my back. No, girl, I'm not the entertainment, but it's going to be entertaining when I beat the shit out of you.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't even deal. The guy on the elevator was really nice, though. I did get on the elevator, and the guy's like, I have a feeling like we could totally reenact an entire scene. I was like, we could. Do you want to, though? And he goes, no, it's okay. I was like, oh, my God, thank God. It was a lot. So kudos to that polite man that met me in the elevator. You made the best out of a bad situation. It was a mess. But yeah, so there you go. Austin Comic Con, just parking. Work out a deal with one of the parking garages, make a cut, give them a cut or something. I don't know. It's insanity. It's too much.
It's not like we can just, jump on one of those little scooter things and go around and get done what we need to get done.
First of all, if you want to do some real good people watching, go to any of your major cities in the U.S., I assume, at this point.
Sure, why not?
Just, post up on, a patio, start drinking, and watch some of these dum-dums on these scooters. It is comedy gold. Oh, it's so funny. They're dummies. And it's always, drunk white girls. It always is. It never fails. It's always a drunk white girl being like, I got this, Stacy. And then they just, it's hilarious. They're falling. They're bruising their knees.
Oh, that breeze felt kind of good. I have to make sure I remember to keep the microphone up to my mouth.
Do you want to get a fan for tomorrow?
Yeah, we probably should bring one. I'll put that on the to-do list.
There's no shortage of ones in your house.
True.
But that might not be a bad idea. Just keep it behind.
No short of ones in my house. That is true.
But yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah, because there's ceiling fans in every room pretty much. There's at least one fan in the kitchen.
And your wife keeps fans in like every bathroom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because one of my favorite things about getting ready with Christy is that there is always a little fan going in the corner. So you never get sweaty when you're doing your makeup. It's amazing.
Sai says, so the message is screw Austin's convention scene, come to clean.
Accurate.
A little bit.
Accurate. At least that one. After last year, though, that turnout there, I'm going to be interested to see.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, for being Wizard World, I mean, if you were a Doctor Who fan,
Oh, yeah.
it was a great con because they did have some big name Doctor Who people there.
Yeah, I washed my hands next to River Song. It was amazing.
But other than that, like, there wasn't a big draw, and like there were other cons that weren't too far off. I think there's a problem with just so many cons now
Yeah,
that
it's
are
a lot.
general stuff, and I think the idea is to start focusing on stuff. So, like, for example, EGX, our main focus is panels and stuff, so that
Yeah.
you can actually come and learn stuff while you're here.
Families.
Yeah.
Lots of
So-
cool stuff for the kids out here. It's pretty fun. It's a con that I can tell my students about, which I appreciate.
Yeah, that's always a nice thing.
Good to see you guys. I'm glad y'all are here.
Yeah.
I'm into this. Also, you're getting taller every year, and I don't appreciate it.
Oh,
Sure, I don't like it. You gotta stop, dude. Because at some point you're gonna come in here and you're gonna be my
here's our third.
Hi guys. I'm not in
The video on that one's a little behind, so.
Oh, that was awkward.
Exactly. He'll be gone. It'll be fine. Y'all have fun. We'll see you later, okay? Bye.
Here, let me switch over to the other
Hi,
video so we
asshole.
can see.
I think that's you. I don't know.
He's getting too big.
He's the cutest thing ever.
I know. He's the sweetest too.
He is.
Bye, guys.
Hi guys. Where's the
Okay.
camera?
He's
Where
right
am I
there.
looking?
I was talking for 15 minutes before I realized it.
I'm waving at this. As
I was
if-
like, cool. What up?
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm
right
like the
that
guy
over there.
the old person taking the picture that's like looking at the camera instead of the lens. That's me right now.
Okay, just making sure. Let's see here. Okay, let me get my phone.
there. Oh no, he's gonna do the thing.
Did you
I like
print
that one.
chainmail? Thanks. What? So
Eugene's a beast.
I could make something out of this, like.
The problem is I'm trying to figure out
And it wouldn't be as hot either. So if you wanted to do something for like Minecraft.
Yeah, I could like put it in the freezer before I came out. Ooh.
Girl.
Ew, kind of.
kind of
Get all
maybe.
sweaty.
I don't remember how long it took to 3D print it though. So maybe one of those things is like, okay, I can 3D print the whole thing, and it takes like a month and a half.
Yeah. What's up, Bruce? You want to be on our show? Sure, I'll be on your show. Woohoo! We're gonna start asking questions in a bit, so we'll flag you down.
mill around and
It's
we'll be
just
like,
like
"Hey!"
either and questions. Okay, we're gonna get you. Yes, I got a sucker, you guys. That isn't what we're doing, right? Either and, like last year.
Yeah, either or questions.
Okay.
Yep. So
Would you
it works
rather?
out best for live events like this. So
I like how you guys coordinated, and I totally didn't dress up again. 'cause
Dressing up
It's
with
all
my
good.
dad.
I hate you.
How many people are not watching us right now?
We had 4.
Millions.
So yes, there are millions not watching.
Not watching right now.
Hi, everybody not
I
watching
have to
us.
go. How many of them do we know, though?
Maybe we should put it that way: is to all the millions of people not watching.
And the 4 of you that are.
Which, by the way, I was telling
real
Jen, one of the
MVP.
problems. One of the problems with this costume, it's fairly light. It's not too bad.
Looks great.
Welcome to
No
our world.
pockets.
Welcome to our hell.
Oh, hi. Welcome to being a woman.
That's
101.
ridiculous.
They want to give us more
I-
stuff to carry so we can't run.
I told him this is why girls get so excited when we dresses have pockets.
Girl, and that's why whenever you compliment a girl, you will know within 5 seconds if what she has on has pockets because that's the first thing. Thank you, it has pockets.
I notice, like, that's
Yeah, true
like
story.
number one. I'm not gonna go just random girl and say, "Oh, that's a cute dress." But like when Christy does buy one and she's like, "It's got pockets," I'm like, "That's the best one you own."
Absolutely.
She's
Every time
gonna
I buy a
love it.
jumpsuit and it's got pockets, I'm like, look at this bitch.
It's true.
Okay.
It's
I'm a
very
woman.
true.
I can carry my
See,
own
I don't
keys.
think you have pockets in that, do you?
Girl, there is nothing.
You have a holster though.
I have a holster, which makes me feel real cool.
But there's no pockets
right?
on it.
There's no pockets.
Yeah, it's a fake
just
leg
rubber.
pocket. They're fake pockets.
Yup.
We need to fix that.
Yes, we do.
Somebody should 3D print something.
I know. If
for
only
that.
I knew something.
Foam. We could make these out of
That might be
foam.
kinda
That sounds
nice.
complicated.
I've already got the belt.
See, this thing's got one. Let me show everyone. Well, I don't want to show you the questions.
Guys, Eugene looks
This
great.
thing has got one little pocket on here, which you could feasibly put a phone in it
If it was 2000.
if it was 2000, because that
And you had a
that
little
is not
Nokia.
happening.
Show the turn
got
for the.
pretty.
It's
Yeah,
literally
there we
like
go.
What
I
am
could
I
fit
supposed to
my
put in that?
chapstick in there.
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, a
And some
chopstick, a
pepper
pocket
spray.
knife that we can't have on campus.
Pepper spray.
Pepper spray, yeah. So many options. A harmonica. That's
A
a perfect size for a harmonica.
You say that. I saw someone walking around with a harmonica not too long ago.
Not ironically. either.
I was like, okay.
It's totally for their costume
Welcome
or just who they are as a person.
to EGX.
All right,
Our song.
here we
It's our
go.
theme song.
You're welcome.
Muting the mics.
What?
That is so cool.
I know.
Are we going to talk about this on the air and
Alex
like
couldn't-
show it
or
off?
Not Alex.
No, not yet, because, okay, so, hold on. I got to mute the mic for a
Are
second.
we actually going to record this time? Mark's calling me now.
Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 116. I'm your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. We're live
Yeah, we
We're
are.
live.
at EGX.
We are live.
The first annual
The first annual
Yes.
EGX,
Epically-
formerly Geekfest, but we talked about that on the last episode.
Epically
Uh,
Geeky Expo, y'all.
Heck yes.
It's a real thing. It
I
exists.
know, right? That was just a lot of planning to get this done. As always for our live shows here, I've got Lainey and Jennifer. So I'm going to be somewhat torturing them with either our questions, and we're going to be grabbing people as they're walking by and asking
Listen,
them as
like
well.
this beautiful,
We're gonna try.
We gonna try. You know how stuff like this goes.
That T-Rex
Some
has a
people
booty on it. Anyway,
super,
go on.
Super don't want to be approached. So we're gonna respect boundaries while still making great content.
And making it
Yes,
really awkward
That too.
for everyone.
You know,
We have 3 introverts that are going to be grabbing people at random.
extroverted introvert. Extroverted introvert.
Oh, yeah, that's
I got
true.
a whole self-care thing lined up when I get
Exactly.
home. I'm gonna be fine.
Our opening question, as we always have, is what was the first con you remember going to?
Oh, I can answer that easy.
What is it?
Mine was it Classic Game Fest with you?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was Classic. That was my first go. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was Geekfest.
Really?
It was Geekfest because that was the first time that I had. Was that the first time I brought my pack out?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, because I broke it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. First time
out of the
out.
box.
My very first.
First time
Geekfest,
out.
which was what 3 or 4 Geekfests ago.
Yeah, it's 3 years. Yeah, our
it's
pack's
been-
at 3 years,
it's been
so.
3 years. I was really excited. Eugene and I had just done like the premiere in Copper's
That's
Cove,
right, we'd done the
and
premiere
I,
for
like, took it
Ghostbusters.
for a test run, and I was super into it, and I had so much fun. And then we we came here, and I was so excited to wear it, and then I caught it on the railing outside and thought I broke it, and have never been so scared to tell Eugene something in my entire life. So that was that. That was my very first con.
Are we good?
Okay, just checking the chat room there going on, so making sure everything was going on. Jen, what was your
I
first
worked really
con?
hard on this costume, Richard. I am exasperated con promoter today, so
A human embodiment of exhaustion.
Yes.
I am. I'm pretty sure it was Geekfest, but the very first one in 2010.
Really?
I went to Austin Comic Con, but I feel like that was shortly after Geekfest, and I used that as an opportunity to promote.
Yeah.
and
Nice.
get guests,
Get that
so-
self-promotion.
Yeah, that's how we got Peter Mayhew that year. And
Oh,
I kinda
yeah.
stalked his agent and was like, "Hey,
Stalked his agent.
will you let your guy come on to our event?" So, yeah,
That was genius. I appreciated that.
Yes, absolutely. My first con was a Star Trek convention in probably
Wow.
1998, maybe.
How adorable.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
God.
No, you know what? It may have even been earlier than that. I may have still been in high school. The funny thing is it was in Austin.
98, I was in 8th
And I
grade.
thought it was huge. I thought it was a huge convention, but looking at it, like thinking about it now, it was tiny. And I was like, where are people selling like comic book stuff here? Like it's supposed to be a Star Trek convention.
I feel like too that was when there was still a pretty big stigma attached to stuff like
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Because now I feel like it's pretty mainstream. Like you see a lot of bros at like the bigger cons and stuff, which I mean, open to everybody. That's the whole thing. Is it should be an environment that's all inclusive, all encompassing.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
But it's just very funny to me when I tell people that I like do stuff like this and I get half and half answers of like, really? Because they can't believe it, or like, oh yeah, of course, like did it. It's just it's interesting.
Yeah, 50-50 shot nowadays. So, all right. Well, that said, I guess let's go ahead and move into our first either or question for the evening. So, all right.
Already.
Do it.
I didn't
Would you
study.
rather A, never be able to watch a trailer or read about a movie or show before seeing it, and always go in blind, or B, get hit with a minor spoiler beforehand every single time?
Oh. Ooh.
Can I go?
Sure. Let me just go ahead and reiterate this a little bit. So basically, like, all you will know is Star Wars Episode 9. And that's it. You won't get to see the trailer beforehand. You don't get to read anything about it. You don't know anyone who's going to be in it. You're literally going to show up on opening day, sit down, and have no clue what's going on. Or you're going to know beforehand, you know, oh, they blew up the Millennium Falcon. Something not necessarily big, but maybe, yeah.
A little too much.
So which way are you going, Lainey?
I'm down to know a minor spoiler. I'm not. That's the thing. Spoilers, like, they really don't bug me. Famously, the only spoiler that's ever pissed me off was when one of my children spoiled Infinity War for me.
Students, mind you.
Students, 8-year-olds. But the only reason I was upset about that was because she told me a spoiler that was the one literal thing I didn't want to happen. That had nothing to do with it being a spoiler. That just had everything to do with me being mad that they did one thing that I asked them not to. But no, I mean, honestly, spoilers don't really bug me. Eugene, before we went and saw the last Star Wars movie, we saw Last Jedi, Eugene had to give me a minor spoiler so that I wouldn't flip out
Yeah, it was
and run
kind of
out
prep
of the movie
work.
theater. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not, yeah, definitely. Spoiler. I'll take a spoiler.
All right, we got our first
All right,
guest.
I have our first interviewee. His name is Raymond.
All right, Raymond, here's the
Here's the
question.
question.
Would you rather A, never be able to watch a trailer / read about a movie or show before seeing it and go in blind, or B, you always have to get hit with a minor spoiler beforehand?
I'd rather go in blind.
Go in blind?
Yeah. I'd rather go in blind. If I see what's going to happen, then it kind of takes away from the surprise of the movie. I want to be surprised.
So you're okay if literally all you saw was Star Wars Episode 9. You know when it's coming out,
Yeah.
but you have no clue what's going
Oh,
on.
absolutely. As long as it comes up, all I see is just Star Wars Episode 9. I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Down.
I'm
Okay,
down for
cool.
it.
All right.
That's perfectly
fair.
acceptable, yeah.
That's totally fair. That's
Awesome shirt, by the way.
I'm
Appreciate
gonna
you,
I'm
friend.
gonna agree because I don't like spoilers at all, and
I'm just unfriended a lot of people. Oh, man, did you see this? Like, no, I'm going to unfriend you if you say something.
That's rude. That's the thing is I don't care about spoilers, but you're being a huge dick if you like spoil it for someone else. Don't be
yeah.
that guy. Never be that guy. That
On
guy's
purpose.
the worst.
Yeah,
True.
that
You know
guy's
who you
awful.
are.
I have unfriended a lot of friends who are like, man, at this one part, I was like, nope, click, unfriend, bye.
Kudos to you.
Oh, yeah.
Clean out that.
Yeah, I've
Follow list.
totally, like, I'm not worried about spoilers anymore because I've pretty much either muted or unfriended or, yeah, you have to do that clean out.
Yeah, people like that are canceled.
Well, thanks for being on.
for sharing. And here's our card, so you can.
And you, Jen, you said you're the same way, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no spoilers, just because even if it's minor, I don't know. I want to be surprised. Although the only thing is that would suck is if you don't know anything about it, then do you even want to see it?
See, that's the thing.
No.
It's hard. Like if it's Star Wars, obviously I'm gonna see it. But
Right.
if it's random movie I've never heard of, universe I've never heard of.
There's lots of
ugh.
movies that I would have had absolutely no desire to see if I hadn't seen
Yeah.
A trailer
the
for
trailer
it.
for it. Like,
I think I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go with the spoiler because there are a lot of movies that I have watched the trailer or heard about, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Okay, good example, Detective Pikachu. I understand it is set towards more as a kids movie, but the trailers didn't really make it seem that way, and I was like, that actually looks kind of funny.
I don't get it. I don't
The Pokemon
understand.
thing? Or
I'm having a lot of trouble with Detective Pikachu, okay? It's
Why?
Eternals, because I need to know if it's in on the joke. If it's in on the
It's a
joke.
kids movie.
So it's not in on the joke.
No, it's playing it straight as a kids movie.
Oh, God.
So that's why I'm saying I may not end up seeing it now, because now I might take the boys to go see it, so that might be acceptable.
I'll do
but
the opposite. I have to be very drunk to see that movie. 100%.
take your nephews.
And just get wasted in
Yeah.
the theater.
That's an excuse to
All right,
see
guys,
it,
we got to
right?
call an
Oh,
Uber home.
jeez. All right, let's move on to question number 2. This one pertains to board games. Would you rather be able to call your roll 50% of the time, or B, know your opponent's move 25% of the time?
Call your roll.
Oh, I know this.
So literally 50% of the time you can
Okay.
go 6, and
you're okay,
and that's when
okay.
it comes up. So be able to call your roll 50% of the time, or know what your opponent's
If we're
thinking.
playing Catan,
a quarter of the
then
way of the time.
yes, I would rather be able to call my roll because then I just roll my own numbers. But
Have.
Right.
yeah, I think calling your roll.
Calling your roll?
That's fair.
I don't
I
know.
want to know my opponent's move.
Really?
Specifically because of your brother. Rudy, anyone that's ever played with Rudy knows that Rudy is the fucking worst. He's the worst. He's a little weasel. I love Rudy, but Rudy is a little weasel and likes to
Yeah.
pull all these little moves.
I know all about
I was
it
gonna
because
say,
I'm the one he usually targets.
You've literally grown up with it, and it's just it's not fun to be on the receiving end of that. And just once, I would, without him having any knowledge of it, I would love to just light his ass up.
Well,
Are you
maybe
listening,
Geeks
Rudy?
Weekend.
Are you listening,
Yeah,
Rudy?
Rudy.
He's
coming
not
for ya,
watching or
boss
listening.
baby.
Coming for you.
I'm going with call your roll simply for the fact that I've definitely more of the mindset. I like to control my own destiny, and even if I
Not
know,
that horrifying role.
even if I know what the other person might be doing, still may not be able to help myself. I think being able to control my destiny a little bit by calling my roll might be the way to go.
Would
so.
you feel the same way if you hadn't had that epically awful role when we were playing that one game? Of the alls just.
Oh no,
happened?
absolutely! I definitely want to be able to call my roll,
Okay,
especially
even
for that.
before
type
that?
thing.
Okay.
Yes.
The snitch or the trader game?
No, the
haunted house
yeah,
game.
yeah, the trader game where
Yeah.
where
That was-
literally it's like, okay, the longer we go into the game, the better it is for us. And I literally triggered the event like the first freaking
It was
roll.
the first roll. And
Like
then
I
just-
literally had to look up the manual and be like, I don't even know if this is a thing.
It was the
It was
funniest
horrible.
thing
He's the
I've ever
worst.
seen.
Yeah, because y'all looked at me like, so what do we do? And I'm like, oh.
So good.
Yeah. All right, number 3. This one's kind of for you, Lainey.
Okay.
Would you rather have an awesome singing voice or be able to talk to animals? The princess question.
No, that's Sophie's choice. Oh no.
I'm going to tell you right now. No, you know what? I was going to say talk to animals, but here's the thing. I have a basset hound that's 12 years old, and she talks all the time. I can't understand her. Maybe if I could understand her, it might help.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm still going to go talk with animals. I'm still going to go talk with animals. Even though there's that episode of Rick and Morty where they talk, he can understand the squirrels, and that becomes a big problem. But by the way, Rick and Morty season 4 was announced, so
Are you so excited?
I am
He's so excited.
so excited.
All right.
Do you know which way you're
I
going?
mean, it's easy for me. I'm gonna have the singing voice because
I figured you would go that
I
way.
have no desire to talk to animals or even live with
What if
them
you
or
could
be
talk to
around them.
plants?
So, if I could talk to plants. Ooh.
Oh, now it just got
Golden
interesting.
Afternoon, like in Alice in Wonderland. That sounds delightful. I love
That's
that.
terrifying, but yeah, I think I would love to talk to plants. So
Okay.
Would I like that more than a singing voice? Because I do love to sing. Now I know how you feel, Lainey.
It's hard. It's Sophie's choice. It is. For me, this is truly
I knew this was
Sophie's
good. I knew this was going to be the hard question. That's the funny thing.
Okay. I do enjoy singing. I have been singing since I was very little. But honestly, sorry,
Yes, I
we're
know,
also reading
sorry.
the chat. We're doing fantastic over here. So, okay. I have been able to sing. This is very general. I can carry a tune whilst doing basic
Humble
dance
brag.
moves.
In a bucket.
Truly, like I've never been a person like, no, I have a great, no, I can kind of sing, and it's fun. But here's the thing: the only thing I really feel like I ever use my singing voice for at this point is karaoke, and you don't have to be good at singing to do
In
karaoke.
fact, the worse you are, the better.
The
with
better,
karaoke.
the better it is. There's a great book about this, by the way,
Yeah.
called "Turn Around Bright Eyes" by Rob Sheffield. You should all check it out.
What?
But If I could talk to animals, I mean, that's basically like children and animals. That's basically my life.
Pretty much.
I mean, if I could go to Animal Kingdom and like ride the safari and like talk to one of the giraffes or like call out to one of the like African painted dogs or talk to an elephant.
That would be kind of awesome.
That would be amazing. Like I would get my whole entire life. Like that would have been, they would have to make me the queen of the Animal Kingdom.
It would be kind of
that park.
awesome to like go to like a zoo and like walk around and like look at the lions and be like, "Sup?"
Talking to the peacocks.
And it just kind of look at you back and be like, "Sup?"
Yeah, that would be amazing. Okay, that's what I want. I want to do that. Like
All right.
I said, singing voice, fun, but
That
whatever.
is useful. Hey, Lisa, we have a question.
Lisa, we
for
have a
you.
question for you. All right. So, either order question. Would you rather A, be able to have an awesome singing voice, or B, talk to animals?
An awesome singing voice, for sure.
Why?
I'm a storyteller. I like to sing in song.
He is a
I like to tell
librarian, you
story
guys.
in song. So yeah, definitely, I would want an
That's fair.
awesome singing
Thank
voice.
you.
I like that.
Good deal.
That's a good reason.
That makes
Appreciate
sense.
that. Go
right,
figure.
we're
Mine
tied.
has everything
We're
to
tied.
do with getting me into Disney parks.
What? That's crazy.
Shocking.
All right, let's move on to our next one. Would you rather survive a killer toy in a toy store with a bat, or a killer clown in a circus with a gun?
I'm scared of guns.
Can
I
you,
really am.
I'm not too happy with
I'm
clowns.
not about either of these. Oh no, these are nightmare scenarios.
Okay.
can you repeat the question for
Yes,
us?
absolutely. Okay. Would you rather A, survive a killer toy in a toy store with a bat, or B, survive a killer clown at a circus with a gun?
I do survive, right?
I take the toy. I don't do killer clowns.
You and Fred
I
both.
would have a heart attack on the spot if I see the killer clown. So, no survival there.
would be
So
no
give me the toy.
Yeah, that's a terrible choice to have to make.
I thought so.
The movie It. I stopped watching the movie It the second I saw the clown in the gutter.
Right.
I turned the movie off. I lost it right after that. No more.
Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bruce on this one. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, a toy would freak me out, like Toy Story. What was his name?
I'm going to go ahead and answer
Kid
this one.
Lotso? Oh no, Sid.
The crazy kid with
Sid.
all the crazy toys, but
I'm going to go ahead and answer this one, and here's why I'm going with. I'm going killer toy. Because even if it's a toy store, about the maximum size you're looking at is Toys R Us, that's a sprint.
rest in peace.
That's a sprint to get
Their carnage at the circus. There's animals there,
True.
Oh,
and I don't want to have to
Oh,
worry
yeah.
about that. I don't want to like upset an elephant or like circus horse. That would make me very upset.
Who sent
Right.
this terrible question in?
Eugene came
Me?
up with it because he's awful. No,
Because I
I'm
saw
gonna
the,
blame-
the new trailer for Chucky, and I was like, oh, okay, here's a good question.
Terrible.
yeah, definitely a bat like busting up like a killer toy. I could handle that a little bit better. That would
Gotta love you two.
God. Gene, that's awful.
So which one did you go with?
The
Toy?
Toy.
She doesn't want casualties, animals casualties.
Okay,
Eugene is
first of all,
anti-
I already know, Cyrus, that animals are super obnoxious.
Eugene
and
is a
annoying.
clown?
Eugene is anti-clown.
Really?
That's
Anyway, okay, so we're all going toy, it sounds like. All right, next question.
That's what she said.
Which will be more significant in pop culture in the near future? Avengers Endgame or Game of Thrones?
in like the near future.
Next several years.
Endgame.
This is the question I really want Cyrus to answer.
Endgame. I
Endgame,
feel
why?
like- well, I feel like even though everyone watches Game of Thrones.
Except
No,
me.
No, actually, no. I take that back. It would be Game of Thrones because here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Like, granted, I feel like Endgame has a bigger reach right now, but Game of Thrones, there's a ton of people now that are like, wow, look at all this hype. This is really cool, and are going back and starting from the beginning. And I think that will kind of keep everything going
Right.
for maybe not a lot longer, but a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Just the like residual bandwagon jumping.
No, I understand. That's a good reason to pick that answer.
So I think Endgame has more longevity.
Okay.
But yeah, I think in the next few years, I think we'll see a little bit more Game of Thrones just because of people continuously
Okay.
watching it.
Gotcha.
We have
What do you think will have
another
more
victim.
reach over the next
Yeah,
few
which one
years?
do you think will have more impact on pop culture?
I think Endgame. I don't know.
It's fair.
Any particular reason?
There's no wrong. There's no
I
wrong
feel
answer,
like,
girl.
I feel like more people like have heard of Endgame and stuff because like especially some of the younger boys and teenagers too. Like I have never watched Game of Thrones, but I've seen Endgame, and I just feel like more people have seen Endgame. And
It's almost at $1 billion, so that's probably a pretty good
But
guess.
you're right. It like reaches kids more.
Yeah.
Like more kids. Like kids love Captain America. Kids love Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like that will keep it. Good point. Like that. Good point. Yes.
Thank you.
Think
That
about
was a
that.
very astute
Thanks, girl.
observation.
Which one are
If
you?
they want to answer as well.
Oh yeah. Everyone's welcome.
Which one are you picking?
Oh God, I'm probably gonna say Endgame just because I don't watch Game of Thrones yet, but I'm going to.
See, but that was my point. Was like
But-
more people are going to watch it, so will that keep? But no, I think
But
I'm changing my
MCU
answer. I think it's Endgame.
See, this is why I asked this because I knew you were going to go back and forth.
Guys, well, because I am
Yeah,
like
it's hard.
in Game. I'm like in it.
I know.
I'm
And the
very-
finale's
I
what,
feel
this
like
weekend?
they're not
This weekend.
gonna- everybody's really unhappy with the last season.
I'm not.
apparently,
I think
but-
people are being a bunch of.
Yeah,
freaking
what is up with
know.
all these people who are
Y'all are
like,
a bunch of
Petitions?
crybabies. That's what it is. Y'all are a bunch
Well,
of crybabies, and you're mad.
I
Get
feel
over
like
it.
the MCU is more enduring though. We've had
It
them
is more
for how
enduring.
long, and they're still like they're getting bigger. and bigger.
11 years.
But the, and
Box
the
22
the
movies.
child
Broken,
factor
so-
does play into it. That's the thing is Disney knows
It's true.
marketing, and they market to these babies, and these kids buy all this stuff. And like
Yeah,
there hasn't
it's
been
a
a
cash cow.
a standalone Captain America movie
Yeah.
in forever, but kids buy those shirts.
Exactly. They know who he is. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think
They've
I'm,
got longevity behind them.
I'm changing my answer. I think it's Endgame.
Ooh.
After seeing the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home,
Oh my God.
absolutely, I'm saying the
guys.
MCU because whenever he came on the beginning of that trailer and was like, if you haven't seen Endgame, turn it off now. And they literally just hit it. And I'm like, oh, wow, we're picking up right after. This is
Y'all,
awesome. So,
Peter
yeah,
Parker is a perfect cinnamon roll.
he's awesome.
He's
I'm
too
so
pure for
glad
this
that we got
world.
him.
We don't deserve him.
We have him, but we don't have. And then, has it been officially announced, or is it still rumored that what's his name, the sparkly vampire, is playing Batman?
Oh, I
Edward
think it's been
Cullen.
confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah, I've seen like 20
Okay.
posts on Facebook
Well,
yesterday.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to
Looks like a
complete.
frog.
Here's the thing.
Sparkly
I'm not going to
vampire.
completely rule him out yet because of Heath Ledger. Because when I was like, Heath Ledger, the
Heath
Joker,
Ledger was also
that's
pretty
horrible.
Yeah.
And then he's the best Joker ever.
He's so good.
So yeah,
good.
I'm going to reserve judgment until I see it. I don't think it's a good pick so far, but whatever.
He's also a lot more wry and like cynical, I think, than people really realize.
Well, I'm sure he wants to do something so that he can get uncast
Yeah,
from that
he's
role.
not stoked about being everybody's big, massive crush between the ages of like what, 12 and 35, 40. I don't know.
I am so glad I brought this up because it completely leads into my next
Oh,
question.
good.
Next question is, would you rather have the lead role in a property that you hate be extremely popular and never be able to escape it, or a minor role in several properties that you love, but no one can ever really place you? They're always like, oh, hey, you're that girl from that thing. What's your name again? Or would you rather literally be like, oh, my God, it's her. She's whatever. They reboot.
So
They
inundated with.
reboot the sparkly vampire stuff and they cast you to be the girl and you absolutely hate it and everybody knows you and you're making a ton of money, or you're a minor character in a bunch of other stuff and no one ever really knows you.
I got my answer.
Wait,
What
are
is-
you a good character or like a crappy character? That you're
You're
popular for it?
you're a
You're the
character
lead.
that you hate.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
That would be like
your
me.
Harrison
So like for the
Ford
rest of your life, you're just
Twilight.
like,
Harrison
yes,
Ford is
I
Han
am.
Solo.
Yes,
Got it.
exactly.
Okay.
You're a fantastic character, but you hate it.
Yeah,
because you're an
exactly.
idiot.
Yeah, fucking Han Solo.
Dumb.
really.
So which way are you going?
I want to be a minor character in a property that I love.
Okay.
Because obviously, I think it would be a lot more fun to work on something that I was like, oh my God, if I could be a minor character in like the next Wonder Woman movie, I would
That'd be awesome.
shit myself. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. I would die. It would be so cool. And also, how fucking awesome would that costume be? But it would also be kind of nice to not fully be recognized all the time.
Right.
That would be kind of like you still have a little bit of that anonymity and I don't know. I think I would be better off with that, like having the peace of mind of knowing that I'm working on something that I'm super passionate about and I really love and I support the message of, whilst still getting to keep a little bit of my like normal person-dom.
It's like
Y'all, she trolling us.
That's what I'm saying. That T-Rex has a booty on it.
This T-Rex,
Get it,
y'all,
girl.
She's working it.
So, all right, Jen, are you being super popular or someone you hate,
I
or?
want to be the minor character. I think we had a similar question last year where it was like the cosplay. Would you rather cosplay as somebody nobody knows or
Yep.
what? And I think that because when they do know you, it means a lot more, right?
So
That's
it's
true.
like, oh my God, I recognize you from this obscure thing that hardly anybody knows, but when they do know you, you connect, and it's like,
it's
a
nice.
beautiful thing.
It's a nice little moment.
yeah. Plus, then, you can go out in public and do shit.
And no one fucking cares. You can go to Costco
Yeah.
in your sweatpants and no one cares, girl.
And then, like, the one time they do recognize you, everyone else is like, oh, they look important. I should
course,
get a selfie with them, too.
The way that I
They're
phrased
getting
it, you
selfie.
could, like, literally, they kind of never can place you. So even if they did come up and be like, aren't you? You'd be like, no.
No, but I get that all the
I get it
time.
all the
Thank you so
time.
much.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you know what? That I mean, that completely sells me on it. I was already leaning that way anyway,
Also-
but I'm going that way too.
Also, you don't have to be a really major character to go to cons and make hundreds of dollars, thousands of
That's
dollars. Sorry.
also
Straight
true.
Up now.
Any
Tell me.
Comic-Con. Yeah, if you're in Star
True
Wars,
fact.
in anything,
Yep.
Marvel in
Or
anything.
you just go. Third
Money.
extra from the left. Here's $1 billion. I love
You'll
it.
be at EGX next year. All right. Next question. This one's also for you, Lainey. Would you rather live in a world with cartoon characters a la Roger Rabbit or in a world with puppets a la the Muppets?
Okay, hold on. Are
Okay.
the cartoon characters like kind of seedy like they are in Roger Rabbit? So like a smoking baby?
Sure.
Okay. Muppets. 100%. I love the Muppets.
Muppets.
I love the Muppets.
Okay.
I love the Muppets. Like
She loves the
I
Muppets.
live for the Muppets. You guys don't understand.
So want a coworker to be a Muppet.
Like, yes. Oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
Like the teacher next door, literally, you're just like, I'm sending this one to you because it needs a buddy room.
One of my favorite things about the Muppets, especially if you watch like the older movies from like the late 70s,
Yeah.
is the fact that like they address the fact that it's a pig and a frog. But the fact that they're puppets just never really plays into it, and they still continuously like interact with them like
I didn't think
totally
about that.
normally. That's what I want. I want to be Steve Martin serving Kermit and Piggy at dinner. Like I want that to be my life. I think that would be so much fun.
You're right. Like they address the fact that they're an animal, but it's like
Yeah, it's
whatever.
Like, and
you're
for
that
the
you're a
frog,
puppet. Yeah.
like it's not. It is addressed, but it's not a thing. Like I would genuinely enjoy that. Like you saying that, like the teacher next door to you is a Muppet. That's my dream. That sounds like so much fun. The aide that comes in to work with some of my kids.
Yeah.
Looks like Janice. I'm in.
That would be awesome.
That would be Fozzie the Bear comes in like he's my
Oh
librarian.
my God! No offense, like, but if I had like a Muppet as a coworker, that would be kind of awesome
That would
too.
be
So.
amazing. It would be so much fun. I would love that.
Maybe we can get an aide. It's a Muppet. Jen, what about you,
So
Jen?
Muppets or
About it.
cartoons is my choice.
Muppets
Yes,
are cartoons.
Muppets are
You live in a
cartoons.
world where one or the other is like literally just walking around. Like literally an animated cartoon
Oh my God, I
character
got
could walk in right
Fraggles in my
now.
garden. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just getting really excited about this concept.
I mean, if we're talking also Muppets in the sense of Yoda, and like they're not Muppets,
yeah,
but they're
that's
similar.
technically a
They're
Jim
puppets
Henson creature,
by
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
Jim Henson
mean,
creature for sure.
I'm gonna go with that,
Yeah.
obviously. Yoda and all of the characters from Star Wars and the Muppets, obviously. But yeah, and I guess it wouldn't seem as weird because cartoons are a completely different type of medium.
Right.
Like I said, go watch any
Yeah.
Muppets movie and the way that they interact. It's hilarious. It's part of the joke. Like it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all aren't watching like the classic Muppet movies, what are you doing?
What are you
get
doing
it,
with your life?
Oh, it's a kids movie. It's not. Go watch it. It's funny. So
Heard it here, guys.
Yeah, I guess I'm going Muppet as well. Just make it a clean sweep. I mean, cartoon character would be fun, but I don't know, something about having a Muppet would just seems
all
like
I
it'd be.
can ever think of when you say that is like I think of Roger Rabbit and I just think of that baby. Like that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that.
Although Jessica Rabbit.
For our podcast listeners,
To give me more issues, I'm good.
I don't know. We're gonna have to weigh in on this
Angelica's
one.
here. We have
Would
a
you
very
ra-
serious question.
Would you rather live in a world with cartoon characters walking around a la Roger Rabbit, or a world with puppets a la the Muppets?
Oh, definitely Roger Rabbit.
Okay,
Really?
going
For
cartoons.
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
Tell us why.
More fun. I don't know. Puppets are kind of a little
Terrifying?
Too creepy for me. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Understandable.
And aren't they like run by hands? So.
Okay, there's not gonna be a hand.
No.
Is this like someone holding their hand up their
It's
butt?
No.
scene
It's
in the
like
Muppet
yes.
movie where you see Kermit like walking with the boot, like that whole thing.
That's-
No.
She said
You
as
just
an
made it
obscure
weird.
reference that no one's ever seen.
Like,
You're
still
welcome.
no, that's weird.
No, I,
I
like
feel
Roger
ya.
Rabbit, definitely. And, Jessica Rabbit.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. I've dressed as her before. She's hot.
I feel like Jessica Rabbit would just make me be like, wow, you're so pretty. Bye. Like,
That's the good
I know
part.
how I'd feel about it. I'd be very, like, excited, but I don't know.
Intimidated?
So
I feel that.
intimidated.
I feel that.
Because she's tall, too. Like, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm the same height as
the
Roger
legs.
Rabbit. I know, that go up to her neck.
Yeah. It's that part.
Insanity.
Yeah.
All right, Eugene,
Or her
focus.
other parts.
Yeah, I guess I'm still going puppet.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I guess I'm going puppet.
That just sounds fun.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Miss Piggy could be my boss. Can Miss Piggy be my principal?
Sure.
Oh, my God. No.
All right.
What's our
we're
next
gonna-
question?
We have one of the other founders of EGX.
Yes,
Geekfest,
absolutely.
Fred Chavez.
Fred, whose Secret Service would you rather be on? Abe Lincoln and fight vampires, or Theodore Roosevelt and hunt werewolves?
Oh, definitely fight vampires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my
With
God.
Abe Lincoln.
Because they suck. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to go.
But
Oh my God.
I mean, if I have a choice between vampires and werewolves, I'm gonna take on the vampires. With a werewolf, a lot of people don't know this, but if you take your hand and shake it back and forth, they will roll over and you can rub their belly.
Well, there you go.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun. Very
Delightful.
fun.
What if we
Very
added
fun.
zombies to
Get
that
outta
equation? Which would you pick?
Slaughter the zombies, man.
You guys like a zombie bunker or something.
I have a zombie kit, anti-zombie kit.
Oh, well, I'd hope so,
I
yes.
secretly, when I hear of crap that happens in Florida,
Uh-huh.
I secretly,
Oh, absolutely, Florida.
Specifically Florida.
specifically, zombie apocalypse will start in Florida.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, I read a
America's
real
armpit.
a nice little thought on Reddit that said, if zombies existed, someone in Florida would probably try to rape one. So, and that's true.
110%.
110%.
Not wrong though.
No,
No.
not wrong.
Listen,
That's capital of the world.
I lived it.
The scary thing is when
baby.
it breaks out in Florida, we're not going to realize it because we're going to be like, oh, Florida,
It's
whatever. And then by the time
that's
we're like,
normal.
oh, man, that was like a zombie. That wasn't just like a normal Florida dude, like being Florida dude.
Too late.
Throwing an alligator into a drive-through window.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. And the Florida people, I'm sorry, you can't help where you're born.
No, like y'all know.
But
you can
know,
move.
You know, Florida, when it says Florida man, you know, oh, God, this is going to
Exactly.
God.
It's going to be,
Have
even
you ever-
in Paris, they go, oh, look
Florida.
at this Florida.
Have you ever Googled Florida man and then like the month of your birth?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I did, and mine was a guy cut off his own penis. So
Par for the course.
Can't make this shit up.
Nobody shocked. That probably wasn't the first time that year.
No.
So I've got that going for me. So I'm
Well, you know.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you for sharing your Florida
I appreciate
horoscope
that.
with us.
I like that Florida point of view. That was nice.
is.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I like that.
I'm gonna let you guys go.
Thanks,
you.
Fred.
I'm going to jump in here. Fighting vampires with Abe Lincoln would be awesome, but how awesome would it be able to roll with Teddy Roosevelt
Y'all.
and just like go ballistic on some werewolves?
Be a stinking Rough Rider.
Heck yeah.
That sounds fucking sweet, yo.
I'm going to stick with Abe, though. I'm going to stick with Abe Lincoln.
I'm
but
not.
It's
I
hard. That's a
wanna
hard
hang out
decision.
with Teddy Roosevelt and ride horses in the night and just get after some werewolf. That sounds fun.
So VGV Video Games says werewolves are just hangry furries.
A little
Although
bit.
That might change my mind.
Oh, yeah. How does that
Totally
make you
just-
feel?
We just
Randall
proclaiming.
We wrangle. No judgment. No judgment.
Uh-huh, sure.
She said judgingly.
With
Like,
judgy
respect
face.
my boundaries. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. Can I like round them all up and like?
You're going out hunting with him. You're on his Secret Service. Teddy's like, all
True.
right, end of the month, full moon.
Let's do this.
Let's
bitch.
do this.
Yeah, I'd still do it. That sounds fucking
That'd be-
sweet.
Okay.
Man. Just
That's a
riding
good
around.
answer. What about you,
I'm
Jen?
gonna go with the vampires just because fighting animals thing. I don't know.
I would have to really get over that. That would be very
Yeah, that'd be
difficult for me.
weird.
Well, if it's coming for your throat, you probably get over it pretty
Dude, if
quick.
it's coming for my horse, I'm gonna lose my mind.
That's true
I
too.
feel like they both have supernatural powers,
Yes.
but my odds would be a little better against a human versus an animal.
Yeah.
Type thing. So
Animals are intense.
All right. All right. This one's a little involved. Ready?
I'm ready.
It's after the decimation.
Okay.
Thanos has snapped his fingers. It's in.
Bye.
It's after that's happened. Do you keep going to your favorite family restaurant where the cook was dusted and the food is not as good as it used to be, but the family really kind of needs the money? Or do you go looking for a new place knowing that man, half of the people are gone. Am I really going to be able to find another place as good as the other one?
I can.
Fuck is this question?
He's horrible. Eugene's horrible.
And I just broke Jennifer.
He's horrible. I would continue to go to my same family restaurant.
So you're going to support them?
Yes,
and
because I would feel horrible. And I feel
Okay.
like in times like that, you would really have to... Listen, that scene in that movie where they're in the support group, it really got to me. It really
Hope
did.
you've watched the movie by now.
Well, okay, it's 4 weeks after the movie.
Also, that wasn't even a spoiler.
Yeah,
so,
no,
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
come at
But
me.
all these
The
questions
scene,
are
the scene in the
very-
group, whatever. All right.
Scene in the group. I did. It hit. I would 100%. I would want to.
You'd keep going back to the same
family.
place.
Yeah,
All right.
I think I do that too because I would want the familiarity and nostalgia. Like the one thing that is normal for me after half of the world just died.
Yeah, like think
I wanna
about the
keep
loved
that
ones that
going.
you've lost. Like you'd
Yeah.
want some kind of familiarity
You're like, well, at
in
least I have
times like that. You know.
Look
I'm
who
gonna
it is.
I'm gonna agree with y'all.
We know him.
Simply for the fact that I'm a creature of habit. Like even if the
No.
food is not quite as good as it used to be, I'm probably still gonna show up there.
Shocked. I'm shocked.
So. Oh, he's
We're
added
gonna
more. He's
ask him
added
a
audio.
question, right?
All right.
Oh Jesus.
Next question. Which cheat code would you rather do once a month? Add $500 to your bank account, or refill your health/stamina to 100%?
Oh man.
So once during the month, you can just go, boom, $500 in the bank, or be like, man, I'm not feeling too great. Boom, I'm 100%.
$500 because you know what? Like all that money, that gets you some of that like Real Housewives bullshit like type of fucking healthcare. Where you're like, bitch, I'm going to cryotherapy like 3 times a month. Like I feel fucking great.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here and I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying the money. Here's the reason: I don't get sick that often, and even when I do, like whenever I had that really bad cough a couple of times, like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, the cough that lasted for 6 months.
Yes, and if I had $500, I would have gone to the doctor earlier.
Mom, Dad, stop
Just
fighting.
saying.
Hey, Captain Jack, we have
Hey,
a question
Jack,
for
we
you.
have a
Cap.
question for you.
Come here, Cap.
You'll
Get over here
appreciate
in front
that.
of our viewers.
Here's our camera. All right, here's the question:
You can't hear it, but he has audio.
Which
and
cheat code would you rather be able to do in real life? For once a month, would you rather be able to A, add $500 to your bank account, or B, refill your health/stamina to 100%?
Probably the 500, mate, because that refills my stamina every time.
And that's the best answer I could have ever thought of. It's good seeing you, man.
And then
See
you
you,
could
mate.
buy more of this to make you.
First edition, actually. Hand blown from, it's actually from India, hand blown 17th century style rum bottle.
Very nicely done.
He goes all in.
Been after one of these for a year at least.
I mean, I hope so.
Well, yeah.
Jeez.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
Mate. Been hauling that around for a while to bring over.
Yay! Oh
it's a
my
Ghostbusters.
god.
That's awesome, dude.
That is so cute.
Thank you.
Little baby Egon, I love.
That's so awesome.
Oh, is that Ray?
No, it's Egon.
It is Egon.
It is Egon.
I saw it from the side.
That is so cool. Thanks, man.
So cool. I love it.
Yes, and he'll be joining us tomorrow doing the kids cosplay contest. So, one of our esteemed judges. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. We still.
We need to talk to that gentleman.
We about this life.
All right.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna be the weirdo here and go with the stamina
Okay.
health thing because I get tired a lot and run down because I'm a little overextended.
$500 extra.
You do tend to
Wouldn't have
overextend.
to work as much.
I feel like I could use that extra bolt once a month. And
Both answers are perfectly fine.
peace
Yeah,
of mind.
it is.
I
Both
mean,
answers are perfectly
money's
fine.
great, but I'm gonna go with that for now. 'cause
Like I said, I'm awful, and I'm about that Real Housewives
So
money.
you need the $500 to handle the healthcare these days, so that equals out.
Straight
That was my
up.
answer. Was the $500 was for the health
I
care.
also have decent-ish health insurance, so I guess that
So do
plays
I.
into
I'm
it.
still awful.
Even though my copay's $100 for specialty, so yeah. Yeah.
All right. Next question. Which is a better way to get to work, jetpack or giant tube? Which is the better way to get to work, jetpack?
This is easy.
So you put on a jetpack, you fly to your job, or B, you literally walk out like in Futurama and get sucked in the tube, and then you dropped off at work.
So the bank too.
What now?
Bank
A
tube.
bank tube.
Yeah, exactly, the bank tube.
I love that. Easy. It's
Which way you
bank
go?
tube.
Bank tube?
Okay, have you ever actually seen someone use a jetpack?
Yes.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit.
beautiful.
Chuck Norris is.
Well, of course he did. But,
Chuck Norris used it.
but no, like it's horrifying, and I would 100% get injured and surely die.
I already know which way Jennifer's leaning on
I
this.
want the tube.
Jetpack with like the rocket thing on it and self-guided and all that stuff.
I would assume so, but
But like a tube is like a giant. I love water slides. That's my jam. Like I want to do that every day.
in Germany, mate, those things try to kill you.
Yeah, they get intense overseas. They're like about that life. They're it's terrifying.
I'm gonna guess Jennifer's saying tube, and
Tube.
A tube.
I was kind of thinking jetpack just because it's like you're flying, but
true.
They're both like that, I guess, right?
But see, I was thinking tube because it would probably be you're probably thinking, well, is there like rocket fuel I have to use? Because then that's like a lot of fuel, and then I could just get in the tube and be done.
True. Yeah, I'm not thinking about it from the environmental perspective.
And I was.
Wow.
Tube would be more
Tube
efficient.
might be impractical in America because over in Germany the joke was that they can't. People come over here to get fat and then go back and lose it basically. So if you get too big on the tube, you might have a problem there.
Very true.
So I think it would be funny just to say I'm riding a tube.
True.
Gotta take the tube. Again, I'm just calling it a slide. So what does that say about me?
Is that the true YouTube?
That is the YouTube. I
But
like it.
I gotta go jetpack because I gotta be Boba Fett. That'd be so awesome.
You dummy.
Rocket. Should we ask?
Enjoy the cost of rocket fuel.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah, you polluter.
Screw you. I'm the one that brought up the ecology.
And the monetary cost.
Hey, can I back up a minute? They pointed
Yeah.
out that they have free healthcare in Canada, so that question would have been answered very differently.
Listen.
Yeah, well.
Listen, Canada, we know. that
Canada.
We understand.
We know.
We understand.
We know that it's great. We know.
All right. Last question for the night. Would you rather live in a world where everyone is buffed and curvy like an action figure, like think He-Man or something along those lines, or B, in a world where everyone is shaped like a Lego person?
Like this?
All right, I think you got your answer, mate. I don't think you have to ask that one again.
I don't think I have to ask that one.
Oh my God, Lego person.
Yeah. Have you seen the Lego movie?
That sounds like so much fun. I already feel
Like
good.
literally, like everyone's shaped the same way, but it's kind of like it's curved in. It's like, oh wow, she's curvy, but like it's everyone's literally shaped the same way. It's awesome. What?
Everyone would be a square then, so not so cool, eh?
That's very
I'm
true.
about that. Let's do that. That sounds fun.
So you're going Lego?
Yes.
Put every gym in the world out of business.
True.
Good. I actually enjoy the gym, but still.
Okay,
good.
the question is, would you rather live in a world where everyone is like buffed and shapely, like say like a He-Man character, or in a world where everyone is shaped like a Lego character?
Probably the He-Man world.
The He-Man world? I'm actually with you on that
That's
one.
most normal people's
I think walking
answers.
around.
I'm
The
an
only
idiot.
problem is either way, none of us are going to be able to grab anything in front of us. Like the Lego people aren't going to be able to grab anything. The He-Man people aren't going to be able. No one's going to be able to grab
laugh
anything.
like He-Man?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have to like?
Yes, exactly. Everyone has to laugh like that. They have to do the.
Also, can
yeah.
I point out that Jen is the artist behind our beautiful shirts for pretty much
Yes,
every
she
year?
does awesome work every year.
Good. I just got to see them today. I was very excited. They look
Come
super
see
cute.
her at EGX.
Yeah.
Yes, especially if you're in the area.
Gen X in the anime room, right?
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
playing.
friends.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, well, that is our 12 questions, our traditional 12 questions. Let's go ahead and move on to our picks and pans. Would anyone like to go first?
Me.
All right, Lainey, what is your pick and or pan?
Wait, I have 2 picks. Is that okay? Is that allowed?
Oh.
Cyrus, that is hilarious. Oh,
Sai, shut up. My God. He's horrifying, and I
he's
hate
basically
him.
saying Lego sex would be interesting.
Gross.
A bit stiff.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'm leaving.
Bad.
All right, I have 2 picks.
All right.
My first pick is a podcast that I have been actually going back and listening to some back episodes of, and that
You
is
don't say.
shocking. Lainey doing that? Never. So it's called Podcast The Ride. So I'm obviously a theme park junkie, and I love Disney World, obviously, but like I really enjoy Disneyland. I like learning about Universal Studios lore. Like, I love it. I'm about it. This show is hilarious. It's a bunch of comedy guys talking about different theme park attractions. They bring on other comedians to talk about it. They did like a 3-hour episode on Star Tours. It was amazing.
Of course they did.
They did an episode on Jaws. They've done Muppet Vision 3D. They did an episode on Astro World.
Of course they
with
have
a guy
to.
from Houston, and it was hilarious. I absolutely adore it. It's so funny. If you're into any of that stuff at all, if you are at all a theme park person, like go check it out. It's so funny. So that, and then my second one is I want to see more videos of our sweet friend Chris dancing on Instagram.
Absolutely.
That is the wholesome
Made
content
my day.
that I want every single day. That's what I want on my feed every single day.
Can we save that? Can you save that video?
No, but if you want to save it for me, friend, and send it to me so I can look at it when I'm sad, that'll make me really happy. I just, like, it
Did
made
you
me
see
so,
it?
I was having a tough day today, and then I just saw that, and it warmed my little heart. It made me so happy. She's just a sweet baby angel. We don't deserve Chris.
I agree. I
love
agree.
her.
Amazing.
I was asked in the chat room, would you rather have a con named after your podcast or have a good podcast but be able to go to cons?
Both? Like big cons, I'm assuming, that get you more...
I guess I'm going to go with the second one. I'll be honest with you. The podcast is honestly honestly, the podcast is just, it gives us a reason to hang out every 2 weeks and talk about geeky stuff. Yeah, it's about being friends and hanging out with people we like. So, yeah, I definitely want to go to a lot of different cons. So, yeah, if we change the name of this event to something else, that's fine as long as it keeps going. But yeah,
Girl, we'll still have the T-shirts from this year. So
hell yeah! So I'm gonna jump in with my pick. Of course, is EGX. Like, this has been a lot of work, and I hope everyone has a lot of fun at it. I do have a pan though. Day didn't start off so well. Checked my feed and saw Grumpy Cat died, and I'm just like, really?
You guys.
Really, Grumpy Cat? Aww.
Sweet baby tartar sauce.
Only 7 years old. Like, my cats were all 15 and above. So, like, 7 is just, like, insane to me.
Yeah.
But, Jen, do you have a pick or pan?
I got to see some family this week, so yeah, that was a pretty good time. My grandmother flew in, and my sister was here, so yeah, got that, and then this event. Love it, but it's almost over, so excited to get my life back for a little bit. But
Yay, life!
yeah, yeah. So that's been my life the last week or so.
Absolutely. Well, that is it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you can catch us at Epically Geeky you can catch us at epicallygeeky.com. You can follow us at Epically Geeky on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
You can come here and see us.
You could absolutely come here and see us if you're in the Central Texas area, which would be awesome.
This weekend.
That's right. Where can we find you online, Lainey?
Hi, you can find me at It's Lainey Bird on Twitter and on Instagram. Apparently, I don't do anything on Twitter except try to talk to other podcasters that I like. So
that's what it's for.
Stalking celebrities is the best way to use Twitter.
It is super fun. Not even like celebrities. It's literally like, hey guys, I really
Public
like your
figures.
Disney podcast. Thanks. Keep up the good work. Okay, bye. Like, I'm.
Will you be my friend?
The worst kind of person, but it's fun. So, but yeah, find me on there on Instagram. Apparently, I only post old pictures of myself at Disney parks.
Apparently so.
It's adorable.
It's her brand.
It is my brand. 90s Disney.
Jen, where can we find you online?
I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Het's Gonna Be Me. I'm also on the Marginally Geeky and Sustainably Geeky shows. We just dropped our last episode of Sustainably Geeky about parenting sustainably.
Which, by the way, was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. We talk about poop a lot if you're
A
in that.
lot.
Duty.
There's a lot of poop.
Well, that's parenting.
So
like,
listen
literally
if you're into
insert the scene, the gif from Jurassic Park. That's a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I be.
And as always, you can find me at Optimus Gene on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For everyone on the site, have a good night.